China's latest economic data suggests continued post-epidemic recovery. On the supply side, big industrial firms saw their value-added or net output grow by almost 9% on year in May, led by high-end manufacturing. As for demand, fixed asset investment in the first 5 months were close to 20,000 billion yuan, or around 3,000 billion US dollars, a leap from last year's low base and over 4% increase in a 2-year average. Investment into manufacturing and real estate outperformed. Retail sales of consumer goods last month continued to miss forecasts. E-commerce experienced more robust recovery compared to brick-and-mortar stores. And now let's get some more analysis. I'm pleased to be joined via Skype by Liu Zhiqin. He is a senior fellow at Renmin University of China. Great to have you with us, Mr. Liu, on China 24. Now, the total volume of China's imports and exports increased by nearly 27% on year in May. Help us understand this figure. What does it say about China's economy?
You know, when we're talking about the economic recovery for every country, one of the most important figures is regarding the import and export business. That's the trading business, whether it's upcoming or it's a slowdown. This is a very important level to judge the economic recovery or whether it's healthy or has good confidence. So we can see that China's economic recovery is very healthy, very stable in the May compared to the outcomes from the January to April. And also, I personally always mention and describe these good figures in 3P. That is productivity, profitability, and potentiality. When all these 3 figures are very positive and stable, we can see that the country's economy recovery is upcoming. That is very positive and in good shape. So we can see the productivity has already increased about 26%, especially in the high-tech, high-end technology and also manufacturing. Profitability is also a very important figure to judge the economy. So we can see that Chinese enterprises always has over 20 to 30% profitability in the months and also in the past 5 months. Of course, from potentiality, we can see that all the investment in the high-tech, especially in the manufacturing sector, also increased by 30%. That is a potential trend and development for all the people to make a good judgment how China's potential feature in the future. That's why the World Bank and also IMF always have positive forecast for China's economic recovery and development this year. So this is really very basic momentum for China's economy to go further in a very right, very bright way. So we send a good, positive, and confidence to the whole world, especially to support the global economic recovery. This is a very important factor.
Yeah, but looking at the broad picture, Mr. Liu, the global economy is still faced with a lot of uncertainties. What are some of the challenges that China is still facing in its economic recovery in relation to the world economy?
I believe that in the future, China has faced 2 major challenges. One is from outside the global market, and the other challenge will come from the domestic market. The international community is still on restructuring. Some few countries in the Western economies, they are trying to decouple from China's economy. Also, they want to build up a so-called new supply chain that without China. Even some American leaders try to expel China from the international rule discussion and also from all these international activities, try to expel China from these activities. So this is very uncertain and also unstable for China's future. This challenge is very serious, will make and bring more pressure on China's development. But actually, when domestic market is stable, when under restructuring, this is another pressure for China's economy in the future, or the major challenge. So, but still, we know that China's 5-year plan has already laid up very important and very solid foundations to solve all these challenges, either from the outside and also from inside, from the domestic market. So by restructuring, further opening up, taking further reform, I think China can overcome all these challenges and make good progress in the future.
All right. Thank you so much for your analysis, Mr. Liu Zhiqin. Appreciate your time.